Start.
Okay. Good morning. Namaste. And welcome to the second session of yoga sponsored by the Consulate General of India in Chicago and the Art of Living Foundation is right behind me. So today what we're going to do is we're going to continue in our preparation for the International Yoga Day, which is June 21st. And we'll let you know more details about that. We're going to be doing some postures from the Common Yoga Protocol. And that is uh, a wonderful series. It's an all-around basic Hatha Yoga series. And today we'll be working on opening up our chest for greater immunity and also working on our thigh muscles a bit. So before we start, I would like to begin with a prayer. We can start with chanting Om 3 times and then we'll do this prayer. Om is a primordial sound that joins our body, breath, mind, and spirit. And that's what yoga is. It joins our body, breath, mind, and spirit. Yoga is associated with the English word yoke, or to join. So let's chant Om 3 times. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. And notice how your mind is settled down a bit, and the silence and expansion you feel. I'm going to say a short prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And this prayer means, may the teacher and students be excellent. May we enjoy together the fruits of our efforts. May we both be strong in body and mind. Let there be no hatred between us. Om Shanti Shanti, peace, peace, and peace. So let's begin by sitting down in Sukhasana, or cross-legged pose, with our hands face up in the lap. Actually, with our hands on our knees. And we'll just lean to the right, stretching out our oblique muscles and our hips, and now to the left. What's so important with yoga is not to strain. And now let's put our right forearm down, and our left arm straight up at an angle. Both hips are still on the floor. Stretching a little deeper. You know, if you are pregnant, or if you've just had some surgery, or you have another medical condition, please consult a doctor before doing any yoga or any other physical exercise. And now let's move like a pendulum from side to side. You can lift your hips up. We store a lot of stress in our hips and our shoulders, so we'll work on loosening that up. And back to center. And let's bring our shoulders up to our ears and squeeze. And relax them down with ha. And back up and release. And last time up and release. And now let's look to our right shoulder, our right side, sitting tall. And now to our left side. One more time, chin to right shoulder. And inhale back to center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Now let's bring our right ear to our right shoulder and our right hand on our head, gently pressing down without straining. And bring your left arm out with your fingers pointing upward. Feel the stretch in your arm and neck. Gentle stretch. And inhaling, release. And exhaling, left ear to left shoulder. And your left hand on your head. Gently pressing. And right arm out at an angle, fingers pointing up, sitting tall. If you know Ujjayi breath, you can do that, or you can use normal breath. And smiling is important. That relaxes all of the muscles in our face and increases the endorphins, so you become happy. And now let's do neck rotations, breathing in, let head come slowly back, exhale forward. Let's do this again. Inhaling up, exhaling, chin to your chest, and now we'll do neck rotations. Inhaling to the right, being aware of every point in this circle. Slow rotation. And now let's go to the left. And completing this round, bring your head back up to center, inhaling. And let's take a deep breath in. And let's exhale forward, leading with your chin. And then relaxing the head down, reaching for something that's just a slightly out of your reach. Keeping your hips on the floor, feeling the stretch in your lower back and hips. See if you can bring your chest closer to the floor without straining. And slowly walk yourself back towards your knees, and let's do our rotations here. Waist rotations or hip rotation. Being aware of every breath and every point in the circle. Make this your last round and reverse. And one more. And let's come forward again. Gently reaching, challenging but not straining. And slowly walk yourself back up. And we'll come onto our hands and knees, Marjariasana. And we'll have our knees about 2 fists apart. Hands are right under our shoulders. Tuck your tummy in. And inhale, look up at the ceiling. Let your tailbone come to the ceiling. Pushing off with your hands. Weight is evenly distributed on hands and knees. And now tuck your tummy and bring your chin to your chest and arch your back up to the ceiling. So this is the cat portion of cat and cow. And inhaling up. Let your belly come down towards the mat, but not on the mat. We're staying. Arms are straight, looking up at the ceiling. And now arch your back up to the ceiling. Cat. Bring your navel close to your spine. Chin towards your chest. And let's do one more. And now let's come back and sit on our knees. Shishwasana, child's pose, extending the arms forward. Bringing your head towards the mat without straining. And walk yourself back up. So this posture is called Vajrasana, and it's a wonderful pose. It helps the spine be more straight, and it's excellent for digestion. If you had too much pizza or gulab jamun or whatever, you can sit like this while you're watching TV, and it will help you digest. And let's curl our toes under and come back up, slowly rounding up, vertebra by vertebra. And we'll continue with some warm-ups. Let's do some shoulder rolls, bend your knees and roll your shoulders, and roll your shoulders the other way now. And let's bring our elbow to our knee. You can make your legs wide. And let's jog a little bit, swing your arms out. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. Keep jogging. And hands up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Side, front. And now wrist rotations. And reverse. And shake out your hands. Great. So let's adjust our mats and we'll do some sun salutations. I'll guide you. So let's have our hands in Namaste position. Feet are a few inches apart. Take a deep breath in here and let it go. Standing very tall. And now inhaling, bring your arms straight up, slightly back. Keep your biceps by your ears. Take another breath in here. And exhale, bring your arms forward slowly, leading with your chin, pushing your hips back. And bring your hands on either side of your feet, right foot back, lunge. Make sure your left heel is right under your left knee, looking up. And now let's come into the plank pose. Make sure you don't sink. Hips are straight. You're straightening your spine. And now knees to the mat, and we'll come down into 8-point pose with your chin, chest, hands, toes, and knees. Your seat is in the air. Now bring the hips down, hands underneath the shoulders, elbows tight into the ribs, feet are together. Deep breath in for cobra. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades together. And now curl your toes under and push off into downward facing dog. Push back towards your legs. And now bring your right foot forward between your hands. Lunge, looking up. Make sure your right heel is right under your knee. That protects your kneecap. And now bring both your left foot forward. Deep breath in here. Bring your kneecaps, bring the backs of your knees up to the ceiling. And inhaling, let's come up, bring your arms forward. And all the way up. And exhaling down. Let's do the other leg. Hands in Namaste position. Deep breath in, lifting the arms up. Slightly back, standing tall. Arms are by the by the ears. And exhale forward, leading with your chin, pushing your hips back. Hands on either side of your feet. Left foot comes back. Looking up, make sure your right heel is right under your knee. And now plank pose. Push your heels back. That helps your back to be straight. Tuck your tummy. And now knees to the mat, 8-point pose. Keep your elbows tight into the body. Keep breathing. And now bring your hips to the mat. Hands right under your shoulders. Shoulders down, shoulder blades together. And let's come up into cobra. Don't strain. Looking up. Now curl your toes under. And we'll come into downward facing dog. Pushing back, heels towards the ground. And now bring your left foot between your hands. Have a good distance between your foot and your knee. looking up, both feet together, and relaxing here. And let's round up this time, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, rolling out your shoulders last, head comes up last, roll out your shoulders. So sun salutations are great to do, and it's great to do 12 sets. We don't have time, sorry. So now let's do 2 other postures. We'll do Tadasana, the mountain pose, standing very tall. And let's interlock our fingers. And we're going to keep them like this, straight up. And now come up on your toes. Keep breathing and smiling. And let's exhale down. And let's do the Vrikshasana. So this is the tree posture. So find a spot in front of you that you can have gaze onto, you can focus on. And we're going to bring our left foot up into our right inner thigh. If you can't do that, you can just put your foot on your ankle, but don't put it on your knee because we don't want to damage the knee. So now let's bring our foot up, our left foot up. And you can hold it there. Gain your balance. Let your breath help you with that. And then release your hands and join your hands together at the top. Keep breathing here. And let's come down. And we'll do the other side. Find your focus point. And bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. Gain your balance. You can hold your foot here. You can push your foot deeply into your thigh. And when you're balanced, you can bring your arms up. And let's exhale down. Great. So Vrikshasana helps with your posture and also with focus and concentration, as you might expect. So now let's do our chair pose. So our arms are halfway up, and let's push our hips back and have a seat. And let's come down a little farther. Push your hips farther out, but lengthen your spine. And come up and down, down and up, and all the way down. Great. So what I'd like to do now is the Utkatasana. This is the camel pose. So we have a number of steps just to get you confident in that. So we'll start. I'll make myself sideways by sitting in Vajrasana. I'm sitting on my heels and my toes are actually straight. I just switched my toes so they're straight. And now what we'll do is we'll just put our hands behind us. This is baby Ustrasana. And then we'll lean our head back without straining. And on your next inhale, push your hips up. Keep breathing here. So we're gently stretching the thighs, shoulders are back. And let's sit back down. So this is just to show you that you can go back if you don't have back issues. And now let's come up to a kneeling posture and we'll do Ardha Ustasana. That's half camel. So our knees are about 2 fists apart or hip distance apart. And I'm going to put my hands like this to support my back, my lower back. And we're just going to inhale and lean back. We're not going farther than you comfortably can. You want to challenge, but we never strain. We know that our body's always changing. Today you might be more or less flexible than you were yesterday. That's okay. And now we'll come into full Ustrasana. And so we'll just let our arms open and come back, grab onto your heels, or you can have them flat on the soles of your feet. Push your belly button forward. Keep breathing and smiling because we're happy camels. And now inhale and push forward with your belly button. And let's come back down into the opposite pose, the child's pose, Shishwasana. Forehead towards the mat. Arms are forward. Keep breathing. And slowly walk yourself back up. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you another new posture, 2 new postures. One is the Shashankasana, and the other one is upward dog. Shashankasana is the hare pose. And to do that, we're going to start from Vajrasana where I just was. And now we're going to bring our knees on the outside of our mat. As wide as you can make your knees. And now we'll come forward just like we did for the child's pose. But instead of our forehead going towards the mat, we're going to bring our chin to the mat. So just slide your hands forward. And one other point is you can see, if you look back at my feet, my toes are touching. So my big toes are touching. So we're sliding our hands forward. And see if you can bring your chin to the mat without straining. It really doesn't matter how far you come. But if you're close and you'd like to see how you could get closer, you can lift your hips up and put your chin on the mat a little farther down and then slide it back and sit down. Without straining. And once you've gotten into the pose, you can bring your arms a little forward, also without straining. Feel the stretch in your upper back. So often we're texting or on the computer and our back is hunched forward. So this helps to reverse that. And now gently walk yourself up. And we'll keep our legs here. So that was the Shashank. And now we'll do upper frog. So we'll keep our legs like this and we'll bring our right arm up and our right hand will go on our left shoulder and our left hand will come up and it'll come onto our right shoulder. Chin is parallel to the mat. Eyes are looking straight forward. Opening up your chest. Keep breathing and smiling. And let's release our arms. And supporting your knees with your hands, let's bring our legs together. And let's sit down. And we'll do Vakrasana or Ardha Matsyendrasana. So sitting tall. Let's start by picking up our left foot and bringing it to our right hip. And now let's take our left foot and we'll put it on the outside of that left knee. So your knee is straight up now. Your right knee straight up. So let's take the opposite arm, the left elbow, and wrap it around that knee. And take your right hand and put it behind your spine and look over your shoulder. Feel the stretch in your hips and your neck and shoulder. And now if you can reach on the outside of that knee and grab your ankle and twist around. And release. And let's do the other side. So our right foot will come to our left hip and our left foot will come on the outside of that right knee. And now we'll take our right elbow and wrap it around the knee and our left hand behind the spine, looking over that shoulder. This posture squeezes all the fluids from our organs on one side, and then when we reverse, it lets new fluids come in. So it's a great flush. And if you can, take that right arm and bring it on the outside of the knee and grab your ankle and twist. And let's release that posture. And let's come down to lying down to on our back. And let's bring both knees to our chest. And let's make gentle small circles with our hands and knees. And reverse. Now let's straighten our legs straight up and bring your hands straight up. So your feet are making a mark in the ceiling, or you wish you could. Uttana Padasana. And now bring your hands down alongside your hips and bring your head back down to the mat. Legs are straight up still. And now this is Ardha Halasana, half plow pose. And now let's gently lower our legs slowly to the floor. And let's rest here. If you want to cover yourself up, you can. And let's hum 5 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Last time, deep breath in. And just dissolve into that vibration. And take your attention to your right foot, right knee, right thigh, and hip, the whole of the right leg. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your left foot, left knee, thigh, and hip. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your abdomen, stomach, and chest. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your shoulders, right arm and left arm. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your throat and neck, face, head, to the whole body. Deep breath in and relax and let go. And another deep breath in and relax and let go. And slowly and very gradually in your own time, you can roll to your right side. And slowly and gradually, in your own time, you can come back to a seated position. And with your eyes closed, just notice, how is your body feeling now? How is your breath doing now? And what's happening with your mind right now? When we bring our breath, our attention, and our body into our awareness, it not only enhances the prana in our system, but it helps to train the mind to be in the present moment. And slowly and gradually, you can open the eyes. So I hope you're feeling great. I have 2 extra minutes, and I thought maybe I'll teach you Ujjayi breathing if you don't know it. It's a wonderful, wonderful breathing technique or pranayama that helps to reduce anxiety and fear, all the negative emotions. And the way that we do it is we'll make a sound in the back of the throat. We'll breathe in and out only through our nose. And it sounds like this in an exaggerated way. I like to call that Darth Vader breath. But that's just in the beginning stage. So we'll learn it by whispering hi. So let's whisper hi. Hi, hi, hi. And now close your mouth and say hi. And inhale there. Let's go back to whispering hi. Hi. And now breathe in that same spot with your mouth open. We're breathing in and out, making the sound in our throat. So now you feel that. Now close your mouth and do the same thing. And close your eyes. And lighten the tension in your throat. So you're still making a sound, but it's not like sandpaper. It's like a feather in your throat. And keep breathing like that. And I'm going to say a little prayer to end our session. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu, Sarvesham shantir bhavatu, Sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. That means may auspiciousness be unto all, may peace be unto all, may fullness be unto all, may prosperity be unto all. So namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. And join me on Thursday at the same place and time too. Bye-bye. And thank you to the Consulate General of India and Art of Living Foundation. See you next time.